Yo, dude, he actually just like gave me a fucking blowy. I always forget what dumb shit I say during that quote. And then I hear it, and then I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me, dude? What the fuck is wrong with me?
That's quite big. Impressive.
Oh, whoops. Whoops. There we go. Hi. What's up, Chris? Hi, Arbok. Hi, Zaw. How you guys doing? Zaw, thank you so much for the almost 200. 195 stream streak. Actual Chad with the massive dong dong. Oh, hi. Also, 31 months, Chris. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much, dude. That's wild. It's crazy because you're like catching up to some of the like the OGs.
Speaks louder than speakers. You are. Who are you? It is what it is. What is it?
It is.
Don't chase. Attack. People come. Clean as you go. Take the risk.
I come.
Keep the change.
You come. We all
Even
come
if
for
it
ice
doesn't
cream.
work. At least you're tired. Don't giving up. When there's a will, there's inheritance. Always trust your instantaneous combustion, because looks can be this.
I hope I instantaneously
Never
combust.
judge a book. Always cover it, because by the
it'd be
end
so
of the
easy.
day, good night.
I feel like this was like the first iteration of ChatGPT when the prompt was like, write something strange and encouraging. I was like, all right, I got this. Let me cook. When there's a will, there's an inheritance. What's up, Kinsina? How you doing, bud? Yo, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. Yesterday, those games of League actually like they kind of dumped on me. I actually like left stream just feeling pretty down. I had to rage queue a few more games after stream to win one so that I didn't unravel. What's up, Misk? I was also just tired and irritable and stuff, so it did not make things better. I think I slept a little bit better today. Also, I have to wait on something else to come in the mail. But I ordered something. It's in. It just came in today. Oh. You might see this and you'll be like, Lars, what is that? That's so dumb. It's just a bunch of metal. And you're right. It is just a bunch of metal. But it's also a bunch of metal that acts as a shelf for my monitor so that I can put my camera here instead of being mounted to a very flimsy thing that when I like tap my feet, it shakes. So hopefully this will be a lot better. Also be using a different light with this. Instead of my massive ring light. My massive ring light is really great, but I kind of would rather like remount that as almost like a key light behind me, like I used to do. I'd rather that, I think. But I can't mount it. We'll miss earthquake camera mode. It might still be a thing. I'll have to see how stable it is, because when I shake my desk, it does shake the it does shake my monitor, which that's going to be the point of contact, right? So there will actually, you know what, it honestly might be more earthquake mode. It might be more earthquake mode. TBD, to be determined. I don't know yet. We'll see. I think the big thing though for me is, so I have a massive gap between this monitor, my main monitor, and the monitor where I keep OBS and chat and all that kind of stuff, where I monitor a lot of stuff. and there's like this like 4-inch visual gap between them, which makes it really like this is a weird disconnected mess. I think this will be good. Additionally, if I want more stability on the monitor, I can push it further back. It is suspended quite a bit, and its center of gravity is in a strange place. So I'm probably going to do some shake up on my monitor positioning. Stare at a ring light for like 30 seconds without blinking. That sounds miserable. Mine is out of my... It's in my peripheral. It's raised so high that it's out of my, like, direct vision when I'm looking at the camera or OBS. Because otherwise it's just... Yeah. I fucked with where my camera was, though. And now it's not quite right. Oh, well. Whatever. Like staring at bright lights. Yo, what's bustle? How's everybody doing tonight? Some shake because it's on one fixed point. Also not mounted to the wall. Correct. Yeah. Yeah, I think so my monitor shakes quite a bit right now if I push my desk. But it is because I think it's partly because the center of gravity for the monitor arm is pretty this way. Like it's not flush over the actual, like the arm itself is not flush over the mount. So it's like the mount and then Are you simsing? What's simsing? Like the Sims 4? I want some cheese ice cream. No, wait, why would you think I was simsing? Train to stare at the Texas sky ball. We all have one sky ball. Music? Huh? Hustle, I'm confused. Did I say something related to The Sims? Monitor will shake when Lars is shaking that ass. If you know, you know. Indeed. I have no specific plans. Oh, the music that was playing. Oh, it sounds a little bit like that. The piano. Wow, that just ruined the song for me. Wow. It's from your name. It's Kimi no Nawa. It does sound a lot like that. I can't unhear that now. You can't unhear that. It's from yeah, your name, Kimi no Nawa. Anime, weeb shit. It really does just sound like Sims music. I don't know what we're playing today. I don't really have a plan. Could run down some more League. I might try some normals on League to feel out Yasuo and normals, just to see how he's feeling right now and trying to get a little bit more comfortable and confident. Because right now, my confidence is pretty shot. I think prior to the patch, I felt like I was actually like getting into a swing, into a rhythm. In those 3 games that I played yesterday, it was... Oof. I tried Delta Force. Is it free? Or do you play it? No, I've heard good things. It is free. I'm holding off on I can request access. We can see. My interest has been registered. I'm a little on the fence about ABI. It's fine. I think there's actually some cool stuff about it. I looked a little bit more into the microtransactions and stuff, and I'm actually like kind of not a fan. I understand it's a free game, but it's like some like either you just commit to it being a free game and then you give like maybe like just paid like cosmetics, and you just like put a lot of money into the development of those cosmetics so that people see that and they're like, you know what, I want to support the game itself is really good, and they're not taking advantage of me by making me want to spend money for access to content in the game that gives me basic utility for the gameplay loop. And yeah, Delta Force's Tarkov mode feels like what COD DMZ should have been. I think it was Chris was telling me that, not Chris, but Real Crispy was telling me that Delta Force feels a little bit more COD-like. Yeah. Somewhat COD-like. And that's fine. I don't really mind. I played a lot of COD back in the day. I'm not the biggest COD fan, but I don't think it's... I prefer the fish over the game if this says anything. Like COD, not new COD, like old COD, yeah. I have some good memories of playing COD as in high school, but this COD, you know it, little Joel, we're trying to summon Bunko, clapping heads properly, not whatever the sweaty stuff is. Yeah, I think it was like. I think so. Call of Duty did a really cool thing. I think that they did a great job of like marketing towards a demographic of people that wanted to play just like turn brain off, be shooter, do shoot game against other people, do shoot game. Really good at that. I think it just, dude. I don't mean to be that guy, but I just feel like it kind of overstayed its welcome. I think maybe not. I don't know. TDM was goated back in the day. Yeah. It was just like chill, sweaty. Does that make sense? Like you were kind of chilling, but you're also sweating a little bit. So you wanted to play good. You want to get your like kill streak rewards or whatever. Fucking drop a bomb on them. Yeah. I think now at my age though, I prefer something not so like spastic. Skill trees and all this other crap. Look, I don't want to be a damn PhD to play a game. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't played many lately. I missed a lot of the most recent Call of Duties. The most recent experience that I had in Call of Duty was Warzone, the BR. So, yeah. That was the last one? Okay. Last one you were in? Oh, okay. Everyone loves a massive skill tree. So let's just say it. We kind of talked about this a little bit, right? We've had conversations about this. I think this is actually a really good topic of discussion, though. From a top-down perspective, right? From a development side of things, when you're making a game, you have to think about the purpose of everything, right? What purpose does it serve? Okay. Typically, a skill tree serves the purpose of providing the player with customization for a tailored experience for them, right? But it gets muddied when the devs also try to force that that experience, right? So a good example, I really like Enshrouded. I think the skill tree is a great choice because I think it does a lot for the game. However, the skill tree doesn't quite tailor the proper customization. Because at least last time I played, I gotta see how it is now. But I don't know. Last time I played, it felt like the skill tree in it, some of the lines were just straight up not irrelevant. And some of them were just like crucial. So I feel like you really have to toe a fine line and make sure that whatever you implement through a skill tree or any other feature in a game, that it has a purpose, that you see the back end of it and you can see how this applies to the player experience, right? It's very important. Didn't really get into the BR. What's up, Trev? I like BRs occasionally. I like things about BRs. Yo, what's up, Pearl? How you doing, dude? I almost just said Trev again because I was like thinking about Trev as well. Hey, yo, what's up, dude? Like Warzone? I think Warzone was good. I think they just made it way overly complex for absolutely no reason. What's wild is I felt like it was actually a little bit too streamlined at times. I think it was fine. I will agree. There was aspects about it that was way too complicated and pretty dumb. Totally agree, actually. Have I played Hunt before? Yeah, it's okay. I'm kind of just thinking maybe I'd hop on Tarkov and just like blow all my rubles that I farmed all wipe. It's not a lot, but it's enough to like burn them. Swinging by before we go die in M4S for a couple hours. Hell yeah, dude. Thinking about you? Well, because you just said hey. And I have kind of been thinking about how I haven't really talked to you much lately. You've been like busy on the GBVSR and Final Fantasy 14 grind. Let's rest the 2XKO stream. How is it? I think it's good. You know what? We could probably hop on that and just lab a little bit and goof around and talk. I'm not opposed to that. I think it's really good. I think swipe to get to the top. Ayo. Swipe these nuts to your mouth. Wait, these are stupid busy. All good, dude. I get it, dude. One after 2020 was kind of dumb. I guess the new one's better. Call of Duty? I have no idea. Yeah, I've fallen off with it. Chris, there's a really cool BR that I streamed, and it's currently going through playtests called Supervive. It is a top-down isometric like skill-based shooter kind of thing, like almost like a twin stick shooter. That is a battle royale. It's actually really cool. Let me see if I can find some footage real quick. Yeah, I'm super stoked about it. Moving to open beta so that more friends can play. However, I should be able to have a foothold enough that when because I think I'm in the technically in the creator program for it. I think anytime they run a closed beta playtest, I can probably just get people keys. In fact, you know what I might do next time? If they have a weird referral system, I might just ask if I can just up front get like 15 keys to give away. Just up front. That way people don't have to wait on referrals. Because people will come to the stream and be like, yo, dude, I want to do this. And then they have to like wait for the referral to come through. And then like all that like that momentum, that steam, that mental like ooh is gone by then. Give them a key and then they can get in and like start downloading and then they can be hyped about it, you know? Carry that hype with them into the game. Anything that's like better or worse other than their fighters is just kind of middle of the road at the moment. Yeah, I think it's a little bit rough. Okay. I have like a lot of thoughts on 2XKO. I think I should honestly just play some more and keep like forming my opinion on it. So my first reaction to it, Michael, is that it feels really out of the box. It feels really accessible for players that have never played a fighting game. Maybe they love looking at RE Rule 34 because they bought the $500 RE skin in League and now they're just like they're committed for life. You know, might as well have put a virtual ring on that shit. You know. And so they want to play 2XKL because Ari's boobies are in it. So they want to play. And I think it's really good, right? Because I think it like gives accessibility to people to be involved in the fighting game community that otherwise would never be involved, right? Or maybe it's very lightly. I think it's really cool. I think in doing so, though, there's some potential for some systems to be a little bit simplified to the point where maybe some really, really like gung-ho fighting game enthusiasts might feel a little bit robbed of some complexity. So the main thing is that there's no like complex inputs. They're only like unidirectional, down, special 1, right, special 1. There's no quarter circle forward. There's no like DP inputs. There's no half circles. I think that's actually a good thing though, but it doesn't feel very traditional in that sense. However, there's also some other aspects. There's the pulse system, I think, or it's a fuse system. It's basically how it's kind of your control scheme. I was talking about auto combos when I was playing it. It's because I was playing on the like whatever the default recommended like fuse control scheme is. So it just allows you to do auto combos, right? Light. It ends up in a universal aerial combo. Launcher into an aerial. Like maybe heavy always results in like potential like cancel into your ult, which is kind of cool. I think that's neat. It makes you feel like you're kind of really like you're doing something really cool when you're really just mashing a button, and that's fine. I think that's cool because it gives players like this feeling of like, wow, dude, I like got into it, dude, you know? Yo, what's up, Bunko? Like, I think that's really cool about it. So then there's other fuse control schemes, and what those do is they dictate mostly how your tag system works, while removing the ability to auto combo. So you have to actually like go lab out combos and stuff, or play for neutral and stuff. So I think that it's kind of like the I don't know. It's like I think like if you're not playing on the recommended fuse control or whatever, where auto combos, then you need to be playing it a good bit to figure out your buttons and how to chain in like into actually combo. Which will probably take some practice. I think that's a good thing though, because I think it's probably good because it does do a bit of a segue. Like you can see some of the move patterns and be like, hey, yo, this is nice, and then like go into something else, you know, and then you like kind of like graduate into a different one. Because I think there's an inherent advantage on not playing on the recommended fuse because you actually have access to better tag options. I'll boot it up and we can take a look together. I'll just hop in the lab and we can talk and chat about it. Keep technical inputs, but also simple inputs. Yeah. Please inputs. Please inputs. You got to bounce in 5 minutes? Frick. All good. Yeah. What I still don't like about GBVSR, I think, is that I don't know, man. It's literally a lack of time in the game, but my initial impressions just feel like it's a little bit too uniform from character to character for me. That's personal feelings. It's kind of also some of the problem I have with 2XKO. Like I get what you're saying, Pearl. I feel like a little bit too old for like, you know, fast complex inputs. But I don't know. I feel like there's a good bit of universal inputs. And I think if you play on the recommended fuse setting, it like creates more of universals, like universal between character to character. It's kind of nice for the casual player because then they can just hop on and try out this character and then go into a match and try it out and see how it feels. So I think the subjective aspect of my experience in the closed alpha right now is that it's a little bit tough because like a lot of the players that are getting access to it are either one, they're league players who've dabbled in fighting games, which I would put myself in that situation. I've played fighting games. I'm not good at them. I'm actually pretty trash. Like pretty dog shit when it comes to fighting games. What was I saying? And then there's also just the players that are like diehard fighting game players that are in the alpha. So I was getting like dumpstered a lot. It's kind of hard to gauge. Your fighting games have King of Fighters, 98 emotions. Well, some of those inputs are wild. Super uniform, it's just a matter of what the characters do with those inputs. Next patch, though, things are about to get nutty, yeah. I don't think I'm going to get invested in GBVSR. I think more and more I'm just kind of not. The more I have options for other fighting games that I might be interested in, the less I'm intrigued by it personally. Which is a shame because I really like the characters. I just feel like it's not the right experience for me. I don't really care for it that much. Timing complexity, and matchup knowledge, etc. I feel like I'm much more inclined to play regularly, casually, if there's less highly technical inputs that I feel I'm at a massive disadvantage for not learning. Yeah. That was, remember when we had that dive into Eunice? Eunice and like Skullgirls is exactly how I felt. Eunice has such fast, like you need very fast and technical inputs to make stuff link. And it feels really tough in that way. I kind of felt actually a very similar experience playing Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 is actually really fun, but there's very little buffer from input to input, and I just that makes it really tough for me. I was like, I learned that I actually relied on buffered inputs very heavily from all my time in playing Guilty Gear. Buffered inputs in Guilty Gear are very accessible. Like yeah. What's plinking? Playing in Street Fighter 4 was tough. Lowers the ceiling and takes away higher end creativity and complexity, but I doubt that's what Riot is going for. I don't think so at all. I think they want to have a competitive fighter. I mean, look at Valorant. Their intention with Valorant wasn't to be a CSGO killer. It was to stand on the same podium, on the same stage as CSGO, but in their own way, while being a competitive and approachable access point, while having a skill expression that is unique with Riot's flair on it. So I think that if that is any indication on how they're going to respond to XKO, then I think that we'll have a very competitive long-term fighting game in the fighting game community, while also being accessible for players. So I think that the thing that Riot does really well for its multiplayer games has always been that they strive to have some level of inclusivity. Now, the community is different. The player base is not... But Riot, from a development standpoint, has always wanted to make it an experience that, whether it's your first time playing League of Legends or you're like Grandmaster, that you can have a tailored experience that feels good for you. Right? They want to give people that click on their buttons and to click their stuff and push their buttons to get dopamine. Because if they get dopamine from playing their game, then they'll play their game more. And if they play their game more, they'll spend more money. Not really, but sort of, you know? That's like actually part of it, though. So I think that it's pretty interesting. I think that's really good. 3 hours in Eunice Lab to learn one highly technical combo and then never come close to hitting half of it in an actual match, yeah. And I think that's what's tough about games like that. Fortunately similar, but different sets of skill expression, correct, yeah. Shortcut to one-frame links. Oh, okay. Yeah, what I kind of like about Strive kind of like helped me realize that like it favors aggression. This is the other thing too. I think 2XKO favors aggression very highly and converting like one hit into a long string, but also just favoring aggression and then like staying on top of that aggression. Always like having a response to somebody else's decision feels really good. The rounds that I've won playing 2XKO and felt satisfied in doing so was because I was doing that. You know, opponent is like blocking for a lot of stuff. I go in for a grab. It punishes them a lot. You know, or like, hey, you know, they're blocking low, so I, you know, try to come in from an aerial or something, or try to. I don't know a lot of the overheads yet. I have to like sit down and lab that, figure out what's considered an overhead. But yeah, It's interesting. I think there's a lot of good things about it. I'm really curious to see the direction that it goes, like moving through alpha into its full release. Hey, let's watch this. This is the Delta Force thing.
Team, rally up. We've got a new mission. Operation Lightning Strike.
I'll talk about the other game so bad. I've very, very briefly looked at Shroud's game. I've heard good things. I don't have access to it though.
Showdown is now
It's
with conflicts escalating between
approved access only, right?
It's time to take action.
Yeah, I've heard it's really neat. I've heard that it has a very like
Tourist center at the southeast.
cool concept, and the way it executes this is pretty slick. Yeah.
Execute swiftly and silently.
We're in position.
Check your background before playing.
Looks like someone beat us to it.
And you've got the other game. It's under NDA right now. They can invite anybody on their Steam's friend list. And they have a Discord and a subreddit with over 10,000 members on it. But it's under NDA. They actually have done such a good job with it because it just like, I think it like pushes people to want to play it more so they can talk about it because they feel like they can't talk about it publicly. Well, they shouldn't talk about it publicly. It's not even that they feel like they should. Yeah, this looks very Call of Duty-esque.
All clear. Prepare for decoding. That's all for mission briefing. The drill is over. Operation commences. Good luck.
So I think it's really cool that it is an extraction shooter, right? Call my dookie. What do you want me to call it? Rainbow Six vibes, yeah. Oh, Siege vibes, yeah. It is an extraction shooter, yeah. Call it, chat. I'm gonna call you Dookie chat. Hey, what's up, chat? How you doing? Did you enjoy being in Zaw's butthole? Chat. Also Battlefield. Yeah, I could see that. Battlefield, R6, Call of Duty. Just mixed all together. And looter shooter, extract shooter. Tutor. Pooter. Hey, later, dude. Have a good night, Pearl. Feels like COD, though? Yeah. Just watching some of the gunplay looks a lot like COD. A lot. 2019, 2020 COD, yeah. COD mobile devs, you know, so wild that people will play like an FPS, competitive multiplayer FPS on mobile. That sounds rough to me. I think I'd rather put my toes in the oven while it's running. They're sweaty. Yeah, just sweating on a mobile game, dude. Sweating on a mobile game, brother. Asus gaming phone with a controller. Yeah, I mean, I get the mobile or the handheld like gaming unit, but yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Okay, so one mode is Battlefield, the other is extraction shooter. Gotcha. Mobile esports are right behind the league as far as viewership. Dude, I didn't know there was a competitive like esports scene for it. They're not that far behind, yeah. I mean, all the more power to them. You all have phones, right? Yikes. Famous last words. Garena Free Fire and PUBG Mobile are huge esports, especially in Asia. Sponsored by Asus ROG. That makes sense. PUBG has always had like a big following in Asia. It's so wild to me. There were like a bunch of like Asian like hackers during a lot of its like early days. Classic PUBG, yeah. PUBG had a return to, what is it called? Engville. What was the original map called? Engville, whatever it was. They had a return to that. It was actually kind of fun to play. It was actually a lot of fun to play. I don't care where it ends. Let's go through our discovery wish list. What? Hold up. What? Whoa, hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put my Zop in it. What were your thoughts on Transistor? It's really good. I platinumed it and played it all the way through, and definitely experienced it, and have launched it at least. I've definitely launched it at least. Yo, Zot turned into a vegan for a minute, dude. He was about to tell me about how great avocados are for your butt. Put what in your wear? You heard me now. I thought you owned it earlier than like last week. No, I've had it for a while. I've had it for a long time, actually. I think it was gifted to me. I'm pretty sure like Credence or you gave it to me. And I've just never played it. I've wanted to. It's like I've had it installed and uninstalled several times because I've wanted to play it at various different times. And I just never end up playing it.
It's hard to make new friends. But making enemies,
I really do love the art style though.
I guess that's easy. We got 4.
In my recent, because I just reinstalled it.
We saw their faces.
I think I reinstalled it the night that like before, the night after my internet like went out for like an entire day. Because I was like, yo, if my internet goes out again, then I want games I can play while the internet's down and just chill with.
Find them first.
What a quote.
Always have a plan.
Conks being conks, indeed.
And now,
Indeed. Fuck Conks. Shittiest ISP ever. Like there's any good internet provider, yeah. It doesn't exist. But there's the devil you know and the devil you don't. So that's why we stick with Cox. Art and the visuals look so good in this, man. I can't believe I've never played it. Had a few. They all suck in the same way. Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's all shit, but it just has different plastic packaging, right? Like it's all shit. This is crime scene cleaner, yo. What do they call this in like murder flicks? It's just called a cleaner, right? They just call him a cleaner. Come and get rid of the shit. Like lose the evidence. Wild security story about with Cox. Yeah, it was called a cleaner, right? Left an admin portal open via API, and someone was able to remote command a bunch of crap and get a ton of personal identifiable information last year. God damn, dude. We live in a day and age where it just keeps getting worse. Security just keeps getting worse. It's bad.
Someone else wiping your blood off my shoes. Sounds fair.
This is like sadistic version of Power Wash Cleaner. Instead of like cleaning up like dirt, you're like literally scrubbing blood off of stuff. Folder of data breaches you've been involved in. You're numb to it, yeah. I think we're living in I'm about to get like tinfoil hat on this. I'm about to like turn into like fucking conspiracy theorist Lars real quick. Yo, dude, I've been like looking into like dead internet theory because there's a lot of like AI that's existent on the internet now, right? Like it's like wild. I've been like browsing r/ChatGPT and I'm just seeing some weird shit. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Viscera cleanup detail. Yeah, more story. Gotcha. Have you played this? So okay. This is gonna come together. Maybe it's not, but it makes sense in my head. Anyways, so there's that, and then like we just live in a day and age where like just like I feel like we're like getting closer and closer to like a futuristic dystopia. Like there's more and more shit that happens every day that like minus the flying cars and like massive like neon signs and a like rain smoggy city, like we're living that reality, dude. Like people, like fucking data breaches and shit. Like it's like just getting really scary, dude. The world is just, I don't know, man. Like, am I gonna see in my lifetime that AI has taken over the world? I would live in iRobot, the movie. Nice job, idiot. That UI is cool. So do you play as a bad guy? An apocalyptic scenario, yeah. Also, there's dude, I don't know, man. Maybe I gotta get off the internet, dude. Also, I have posts on Reddit popping up in my feed from Retconned, talking about different timelines and shit, dude. Let's kind of get off the internet, man. This shit's fucking with little brain worms, dude, just creeping its way into my head, man. Oh, there's a dog and you can pet it? Dude, that is the best marketing ever. They know what they're doing. People that just get off the grid for like a month in Colorado, it's wild. You would die. I wouldn't mind. Like,
freelance police.
I think if I ever went through like serious traumatic hardship and I like really needed to just fix myself, I would probably like limit my exposure to like human exposure to like a bare minimum and just go live off the grid and like have a like a couple times a week like conversation with a therapist. Like I would just fuck off and just go away for a long while and just live by myself and just spend time in my mind, like just remove distractions from myself, find a cabin or something, burn wood, no fast food, fucking, you know, just canned goods and whatever I could find, you know. I just stop being engrossed in all the bullshit, dude. Just detox myself emotionally, mentally, and physically of all the BS.
Or would we use it to destroy?
I don't know, you just grow numb to it, right? You get exposed to it for long enough and you're just gonna like,
Just gave me a vision of our violent future.
this is how it is now. I've never played any of the Sam & Max games. Are they good?
I just want to get to the part where I have those sweet psychic powers.
Seem very like very much like a kid demographic for the target audience. Solve puzzles pretty funny. Are they? Not at all. Oh, really?
Be able to control his emerging powers.
Very adult.
Of the future, a sign of tragedy to come.
Enjoying the ride, Sam?
Shouldn't I be waking up about now? We're on the case.
I had no idea. I genuinely thought they were like kind of geared towards children.
I have come to issue a challenge.
Like the old LucasArts adventure games. I don't think I ever played them like these. Yeah.
Now we're getting to the good.
Is it LucasArts?
Looks like
Well-known point-and-click games.
This is all short-term memory. I have to bring him back up to speed every once in a while.
Giant talking dog!
This is merely the overture of a symphony of mayhem that will blow your ever-loving mind.
They're point and clicks, so we won't play them. Yeah, point and click's tough for me, man. The closest I'll get is like a VN with like heavy engagement, like whether it be like, I mean, I don't know, like using whatchamacallit as an example is kind of bad, but I was gonna say Danganronpa. Yo, why are my lights not working? Can I figure this out? What's going on here? Is it because I unplugged my monitor? Video lighting. Oh. Works now. Oh, whoops. Missed one. Hell breach Vegas. Breach hell with your pistol and your wiener. Day of the Tentacles and Treasure Island. Treasure Island's like the one that I always hear about. You know, soundtrack's ripping though. To breach out with a GameStop lightsaber, dude. This is Call of Duty's Zombies with a good soundtrack. It's actually Call of Duty Zombies. You even build barricades, bro. But it's Breach Hell Demons. I can't get over the running animations are so bad. They tweeted a response to it too. Wait, did they? Wait, who did? These guys? Probably won't play any music while in game though. Yeah. Point and click. Did he play disco yet? I played a little bit when my internet was down. Yeah. I grabbed a 6-pack of beer and then I like played some. I played some of that for like an hour and a half, and then I was like, dude, I'm a little bit sauced for this. I got it far enough in that I'm like, dude, okay, I actually need to like play this on stream because it's actually sick. And also not while drinking. Especially the beginning. Yeah. It's very surreal. I think I like that. I actually am quite a big fan of its surrealism. This is from GameStop. We're going to inform you that GameStop is currently investigating an incident in store number 1261 where a lightsaber has been found with an unauthorized sticker. It seems someone has mischievously decided to label our Darth Vader mini lightsaber light for use far beyond galactic battle. No shot, dude. Is this going to be a dildo, dude? While I appreciate enthusiasm about our products, let's be clear, lightsabers are designed for epic duels and imaginative adventures, not for any creative uses suggested by unapproved labeling. Rest assured, we're on it, ensuring that all lightsabers stay free from misleading disclaimers. We're committed to maintaining the integrity of our products and safety of our customers. If you have any information regarding the customer who took the use of the Force a bit too far, please reach out to the GameStop CEO, Ryan Cohen. May the Force and common sense be with us all. Sincerely, the GameStop legal team. This is fantastic. This is written by a legal team. This is fantastic. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. I totally missed this. Probably because I don't use this fucking tainted dog shit website anymore. Fuck Twitter. Goddamn dog shit. Bullshit. Dumb. How to be a ghost. Matchmaker. This looks like a bunko game. Some of the shit app for whatever reason, or for weather. Don't at me. No mega lol. I'm gonna at you on it. I'm not interested in this at all. Yo, what's this? Oh, Signalis is on sale right now. Weather, sure, Jan, yeah. Whether or not he sees boobies. He's on there for the triple X. Is an add-on to make it look like the old Twitter. You know, I don't even care about the UI. I just hate the direction it's gone since the fuckwit that bought it exists and owns it. Actually great for Pokemon VGC arts and meme and art and Booba art. Yeah.
Rectal use only.
Yo, what's up, Alex? Yeah. Rectal use only. I have no idea what this game was, but the first like 3 seconds of its visual looked actually so rad. Like, I don't know, that looked so cool, but then there was nothing. I actually got so distracted the whole time. What's up, Alex? I got pics of the guitar in your DMs now. Yo. Damn. There she goes again. Ooh, baby. Is this Schecter? I actually never asked. Yeah. Makes sense. Purple Rain is home. Dude. That's such a clean guitar, man. You did real good, dude. You did real good. It does look sick. Pretty dang darn there sick. What is this? Why does this look like a weird porn game meets The Sims? I'm not looking at that more. GTA 5, but it's porn. Yeah, that's what the RP servers are for, right? Yo, is this Grow Weed the game? Is it actually? Drug Lord Tycoon. Uncanny Valley moments, yeah. All the games that use that engine and that rendering look so fucking weird to me. Like it's so close, but it's so far. Does that make sense? It looks. It's the epitome of Uncanny Valley. Like, I know it's not real, but it just feels so strange, and I can't put my finger on it. Yo, what's up, Ark? 185 stream streak. What a Chad, dude. Okay, are you okay? Yo, the finals, though. Dungeon Exiles. So, Ark, you did you get your whistle wet enough that you think you might play some Tarkov? Might pick up Tarkov when new wipe happens? This. Oh, none of my friends have this or put it on their wish list. I was gonna say this might be something Zal would play. Dink Donkov. Did you talk to T? No. Talked to him a little bit last night, but not about that. We just played some DL.
No, Django. No.
Oh, I'm not into Star Wars. Sorry. Next. Battle Crush. Are you good, bud? You're acting like you're gonna shit. What is this? Yo, Discovery Queue is kind of balls today. What did what did you talk to T? What is that? What did you tell T? I mentioned him that I noticed the pay to winness of ABI and I don't like it. I'd probably pick up Tarkov. Yeah. Yeah, that's just, I literally talked about that earlier because we were talking about Delta Force, right? And we watched a trailer for Delta Force, and I was like, the gunplay looks really Call of Duty-esque, and I'm not sure that that's something I'd want to play. But I requested access. Like, maybe I'll give it a try when and if I get approved for it. And we circled back to ABI a little bit and talked about some other extraction games. But I think I looked around a little bit more at the transactions. It does feel fine right now. Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. I think. All right. So I think Tarkov. God, there's a lot of good and bad to say about Tarkov. I think that Tarkov has had a lot of time to refine what they're doing. And I think this last wipe, like, especially looking at like some of the community response to everything, this last wipe was, like, to a lot of people in the community, the best wipe with the most progressive, like, changes over the course of the wipe. It was also the longest wipe, which is kind of a good thing, but kind of a bad thing. I think a lot of the player base wants to have regular wipes because it, like, kind of just for a lot of people, the most fun is the beginning of the wipe. I didn't play at the beginning of the wipe for this last wipe. I didn't play it until about a month in. It was still early enough in the wipe that it was, like, kind of hard. It had, like, a little bit of flavor of that, but it wasn't, like, end of wipe or, like, mid wipe, like a couple months into the wipe, you just, like, unless you're doing, like, early tasks, but once, like, it's not so bad. But once you start crossing over into some of the harder, like, maps with, like, some of the later game stuff, a lot of the guys that you run into are just chads. Like, they have played the game for thousands of hours and they know a lot and they play very well. And sometimes you just get Tarkoved, and that sucks. It does. It sucks, but there's no way to get around it. It's part of the game. You know, anytime you queue into a raid, you run the risk of running into someone that's better than you. You also run the potential advantage of running into someone that's not as good as you. You also have things that are in your arsenal to overcome those things, you know? Like, there's ways to play and there's ways to learn and improve to be able to navigate those difficult situations. Anyways, I'm getting tangent. I'm off on a tangent. I think Tarkov has had a long time in the oven. They've had a lot of time with their hands on the product, and developing it. And Nikita is not the best. I think he's the head developer, and, like, well, I don't know how much he develops it. He's, like, the head of the game, right? You know, he makes a lot of the decisions, if not all of the decisions, to be honest. He has missed the mark pretty heftily a couple times, even in this last wipe. But because of the player base being so loyal to the game and being very vocal about the problems, a lot of the times, eventually, we get a resolution. That's good. I don't know if ABI has the following behind it for people to want to endorse it enough to also be vocal enough against the MTX issues. I'll go back to what I said, though, before. Yeah, exactly. Competition is really good. We talked about that too, Hustle. Competition is really good. Because, you know, what is the saying? High tide raises all sails, or whatever. Raises all ships. And that's very true. If there are just no other games on the market, then it's, like, very easy for Tarkov just to take advantage of the player base and do whatever they want, right? But if there's other games, like, I remember there's a lot of talk about a lot of these other, like, extraction games that have come out this year during Tarkov's very turbulent and volatile state, while there's a lot of drama going on, I think forced them to have to listen to the player base a little bit, in addition to all the player base being pretty vocal about the issues. That's a good thing. So, Hunt is the only thing that's nothing like Tarkov. Yeah, and then you have like Dark and Darker and the other one, Dungeoneer or something. What is it called? I have it installed. I was gonna play some of it at some point. Where is it? Did I uninstall it? Maybe I uninstalled it. I don't remember. Like Dungeon something or something. I don't know. And I don't know, man. Like it's a different flavor. But to do the military sim tax shooter, it's just kind of like Tarkov's just kind of got the market, you know. Sign up earlier, and for $205 a week, you can buy 21.95 million in-game currency, which is which with how much some stuff costs, I don't think it gets someone very much. Yeah. Also, all right. So some of the features that, since you haven't played Tarkov Arc, you don't really know that like the luxury of it. Having a secure container, a butthole, dude, it just makes it. It makes it so much better. Like, you go into the raid and you find something very valuable and you stuff it in your butthole. That's the purpose of it. Because then you can play like you would normally play. And if you die, you still come out with it. There's also no, like, progression system other than the levels and the XP. And then that really only unlocks their missions for you. And then more things from the vendors. I feel like that's kind of like pretty light. So this is what I was going to say earlier, though. There's Tarkov, which is fairly robust. In fact, it's intimidatingly robust. It takes probably the good part of a wipe your first time to really get a grasp of the general concepts of it. Like the very surface level stuff. It's a very, very steep barrier for entry, I'd say. Once you get past that, it's pretty rewarding, though. And then you can kind of start seeing the layers involved in improving at the game and understanding it and getting a better experience out of it. I think for the average casual player, ABI is the answer. Like, actually, like if for a casual person, if they wanted a recommendation between the two, I would just say ABI. You can do just fine without the MTXs and ABI. Just fucking just play the game. Just don't spend money on it, you know. Spend money if you want to, I don't care. But I think you're actually better off spending money on something else rather than like a different game. Tarkov. Wiping away from the gooch was a long, good wipe. Jesus. Leave sub in the case sub, since $5 for each. And it's not like an in-raid advantage, except maybe stuffing valuables and stuff in the case. That is an advantage, though. I think that is an advantage. Sure, maybe your gun isn't more powerful because you put something in your secure container. It's an advantage because nobody else, unless they're paying that, can have that. You can't have it unless you spend the premium. And it does offer you an advantage in the sense that that player can now leave the raid with a valuable in there. Also, what I do in Tarkov a lot of times is I put my meds in there. I put my meds in like important documents and keys and stuff because, and money, so I can take extracts. Otherwise, you have to like, you saw the extracts that cost money to extract through. Like, you can't take that extract unless you know that the extract is going to be available and you bring in cash to the raid. Like, you have to put it on your player character, and then you run the risk of just losing that money along with whatever gear you had. There's also no insurance system, and I really don't like that. I think it's fine because, honestly, there's not really an economy issue in the game. It really doesn't feel like there's an economy issue. It kind of feels like everything's worth nothing, and the only things that cost a lot are some gun parts. And then they just throw cash at you for every quest that you complete. And the quests are dirty easy to complete. So it's like, yeah. I'm gonna start you all with a lot of money, yeah, when you're talking about how expensive the sites were, I'm like, my God, this is nothing. I love York. It's really not that expensive. And the sites it's kind of expensive compared to a lot of the other stuff, but it's like 100k rubles or whatever, or what a Cohen or whatever it is, for a site is like, yeah, you cheap bastard. Yeah, I mean, well, and that's the other thing too, is that like Tarkov kind of makes that better, because I think the loot pools in general just feel a little bit more rewarding. Like you'll find things that are a lot better, and then you can make the justification of like investing your found rubles on something else. You know, I don't know. If they made like a cosmetics to buy, that's also cool. Yeah, I think that's just the answer, to be honest. So I don't really like that a generic like player utility that's just a quality of life thing. A quality of life thing having a butthole and insurance, making that behind a paywall just feels really rough. It feels like a desperate attempt to get people's money, right? And that just seems like a cash grab, right? People will play it for a little bit and they're like, oh man, dude, like I died this one time with this legendary item that I dropped because somebody PK'd me, or I took a fight that I shouldn't have against some scavs or whatever, and I died and I lost this item that was worth a lot, and now they have this like FOMO driven desire to buy a premium microtransaction that should just be in the base game. Like, it's just taking advantage of the game system of losing stuff in raid, because that's the purpose of like that's kind of the cornerstone of an extraction shooter, is, or extraction game in general, is that, you know, you die, you lose it. I think not having insurance is okay, but I think to do that, you have to do kind of like what Dark and Darker did, where, or do something where you get like an insurance a day. You get like an insurance ticket, or like a couple of insurance tickets, and like, you know, but I don't think we found like a single headset in raid. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, if you're interested in Tarkov, man, I'll take you in, dude. We can fuck around, man. And hell, man, I'd even take you in before the end of the wipe, so you just can get your feet wet, and we can go run you through some class. I can Sherpa you a little bit. I'm not a professional, but I know what the beginning of the wipe feels like, or the beginning of a player character, a PMC's like start off feels like. So, could also look over the buying options on what there is. Like I said, I'm not an expert, but I'm happy to like share whatever information I have. So. Hopefully with feedback things change for the better. Yeah, what scares me about that is though that the previous playtests these MTXs were there too, and I'm pretty sure people didn't like it then. I think it's a lot louder this time because there's more people getting access to it because it's open now, but people didn't like it then either during the closed playtests. So I don't know. Like I said before too, I don't think they have a large enough population of players to be mad about it for them to change it. Maybe. But the thing is, the people that are mad about it, they won't voice their opinion about it. They'll just go play a different one. Play one that's more refined. You feel like I don't know. Hopefully it's not the case. I hope that they do things to improve the game state, because I hope that it gets good enough to be a good competition for Tarkov, so that either one gets better or both. Taking a customs, nothing of a penis helm and an SKS. Yo, SKS this last wipe was a good gun. I really liked it. I used it a lot. In fact, I think one of the last raids that I did was with an SKS. Yeah. SKS is slick. There's a good build for it that I really like too. Also, the gun modifications in Tarkov feel pretty good, Ark. $15 pack for Tarkov, at least. That's what T said. Let's look at the payment options. I've also kind of been thinking about picking up the PvE. I think PvE is like a good way to get into the game for a new player too. I think if you're like willing to like deal with the heartbreak of losing important shit and just kind of getting Tarkoved, like if you're okay with going in dry a little bit, I think it's better just to rip the band-aid off and learn on PvP. But I think if you're hesitant and you want a better experience where it's not gonna, I haven't played PvE, but that just what I've seen and heard and like know about the experience, PvE is kind of a softball, which makes it just like kind of nice. Also, you're not gonna get screwed out of like somebody being a cheater, right? Which is kind of, I don't see them very often, but I know that they exist and I see them online often. So Let's mention cheaters when the bots come out. Lamau. Oh, I'm logged in currently. Okay. Arena was good. I know some people that like, there was somebody that came through the stream when I was playing ABI that only played Arena. You play it? I mean, I haven't tried it. I think it could be fun. I think with a group of friends, if you're just wanting to shoot the shit, could be a lot of fun. I think solo queuing Arena might make me do it. PvE cheaters are the worst people. I don't know if, hey, what's up, Cuffs? I don't know if you came in like partway through the conversation and missed the context, but that wasn't what I was talking about. Yo, Credence, my man. Thank you for the biz. Buenos noches, a fuck boys. What's up, dude? Last one's the $50. Progression is just the worst, yeah. Oh, is it? No, it's not. Here. We're going to skip over unheard. Well, we're going to go to the bottom. We're going to go to the bottom. I purchased this package. I don't remember. Someone gifted this to me. Oh, the pricing's off. No, you heard it wrong. I didn't say anything about cheaters and PvE. So about cheaters on PvP. There were cheaters on PvE, but I don't know how often you see them anymore. What's up, Ash? Oh my god, dude. Pricing off says you have the bottom pack. Yeah. I'll give you the bottom pack, you know what I'm saying? Oh, the standard edition is $50 now. 82 for Left Behind. Hold on, if I log in, can I gift it? PvE cheating is funny. Yeah. Play SBT at that point? Right, yeah. That was the other thing I was going to say. That's not it, right? I changed my password, didn't I? Gifting, you pay me back. And outside it. Dude, we gotta listen to Blood and Sugar as well. You're invited to the alpha test, a fellowship. No streaming, no screen grabs, no discussing playtests outside of official forums, no recording. 15th through the 20th. Misk? Cheating. Is that using consumables and the gaming like the game intended to do? It's okay. What are you up to, Credence? Logging out instead of incognito tab makes me laugh. There's a distinct... How old are you, Ginza? There's a distinct difference between someone that was... I am a little bit older, and look, dude, I remember... I don't know, man. I'm a boomer, okay? What do you want from me, okay? I don't know. I don't got an answer. That's all right. No, he's like 47. Melting our resistance with too many students. Dude, just tell them to go home. Send them all home. What the fuck? No. It won't let me do it for cheaper. I don't know why. So this is... Oh, these are the prices for me based off of my current edition, because these are all upgrades, essentially. The PvE is probably worth it, though. I might get that at some point, I don't know. $200 for the biggest pack. That was what all the drama was about. Was this version, the Unheard edition? This boss is so hard. Why do I keep dying? Did you use any of your potions? No, this boss is so hard. I'm so tired. Boomers can only use incognito for boobies. Yeah, that's what I do. If I pull up incognito, I am conditioned to type in Pornhub or something. I don't think I can pull that up on stream, dude. I don't think I can open incognito window. Tarkov community was pissed, yeah. But now there's no real necessity to do this. They did things sort of right. I don't think that PvE ought to be this expensive. In fact, if you're going to charge $50 for the base game, you should just give the PvE with that IMO. But probably, I could see them bending the knee a little bit at this at some point. The things that are probably worth IMO... What do you get out of the $50 version? Let me see. You get the alpha container, which is really nice. I don't think... So this is the other thing, too, is I think you get the gamma container, which is a 3x3. Little Belle Delphine. Dude, we can meme her all day, but she's actually really cute. I mean, she's a freak, but she's really cute, though. She got the cuteness factor. Make PvE free? I think $10 is a good fee. If you own the game, $10. $20 if you don't. You get a lot of game. You get a lot of game out of it. You could definitely dump a ton of hours. Put up your Instagram feed on stream. It's almost there from what we saw. I ain't seen nothing. What are you talking about, dude? First thing is asked. No, it's not. There's some cleavage going on. Oh. That didn't take long. Dude, I'm never on Instagram anymore. What's weird is not close. So there was a window of time where I was following a bunch of cosplayers, and now they've all turned into massive tittied people, and I don't know why. I don't use it for that, dude. If I need to get off, if I need to get my rocks off, I take care of that business. I don't need to go through Instagram, man. I go straight to the source, baby. I fly real close to that sun, dude. Yeah, I'm completely familiar with that, Cuffs. Yeah, by the way, sources, and we're not gonna open that up. That's also nowhere near. That is a really strange relation. That's not quite at all what was going on with this. Reminds me of Chihuahua that wants to fit it in. Wait, fit in? Just shit on your couch the moment you left the room, yeah. I hate when people turn in the massive titty people. I know. Finds the source from Insta. I was gonna ask you if you wanted to play some what is this game? Fellowship, but I think I'm gonna play it by myself now. No, not really. I can't stream it though. Okay. Funnily enough, I would have just denied you anyways. No skin off my screwed. Makes things easier for me. Almost an entirely different sentence you said. What was? Are there waifus in Fellowship? No idea, but probably. We still have to finish Abionic. Fellowship of the Ring was just a bunch of dudes. And Galadriel. And Arwen. And it's not a lot of other prominent female figures in the Fellowship. It's actually just a lot of dudes, you're right. Some more prominent figures in the second and third. Legolas looks pretty submissive and breedable. Legolas would be a bottom, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, props to Orlando Bloom, but when would you think you'd want to play? Tarkov? I'd play tonight. I want to fuck around with some guns. I want to build some kits and fuck around with some guns. But I don't... Yeah, I hadn't really planned anything for tonight. Dun, 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 dun. As a mandatory reporter, that's a phrase. What? Legolas looks pretty submissive and breedable. Legolas is almost Credence type. Blonde hair, blue eyes. I have to download it, so I don't think it'll be done until way later. That's okay. I can go lose some games of League in the meantime. I want to fuck with games. Oh, guns. Yeah. I want to fuck with guns. Down your face. Oh, would I be able to go with you to Ground Zero? If I queue with someone below level 20 to Ground Zero, what happens? Area 0. Oh my god. I don't know fully myself, but I would assume your friend would not be able to queue, and it will say something like party member is too high or something along those lines. It sucks there's a level limit on it, but then again, it is just a beginner map, so it makes sense. I think you'll have to halt progression if you really want to play with him. Just stop at level 19 and scav and get your rubles up while you wait for him to play something else. Good luck on your raids. After a party member hits 21, it will not allow you to queue. Can confirm. This is changing to 2 queues, one for less than 15 and one for plus 15 plus. Shiny hunting, Ground Zero. Remember, like, going down with your buddy and like finding a shiny for someone on the other version and like helping them find it. I don't know how we'll be able to. A lot of the starting missions are on Ground Zero arc. And I don't know how that works. So I just bought the other version. Yeah, that's fair. The stream until your face is something you cannot replace. Yo, this guy's pissed. If you camp on Nakatani stairs as level 19 on Ground Zero, you're a bigger piece of shit than rats. You're driving away new players and accomplishing nothing. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. P.S. Yes, I know it is a legitimate playstyle, but I'm not detracting from that. That is actually really scummy, though. That's well, God. Ground Zero, Tarkov. I don't know how this works, Ark. So it was a map that they introduced, this wipe, where you only had access to it until level 15 originally. Then once you hit level 15, you could no longer queue on that map. So it was designed as a like beginner-friendly map. It kind of is and isn't. It filtered out like the later game players, the more experienced players, from being able to access it. It basically was like your shitty like tutorial island, kind of. It's where a lot of the starting tasks are as well. And then later on in the wipe, they added a secondary queue where you could queue in on Ground Zero at like 21 plus, and then they like raised it to like level 20. You could queue Ground Zero. So there was like a beginner queue and then like a 21 plus queue or 20 plus queue. I don't remember what it was. So I don't know what happens if one player Oh, yeah, we could do it. For groups, matchmaking is based on the highest level player in the group. So we would be going to the 21 plus. Well, we could do that. There are quite a few tasks at the beginning, but they're very easy. A better place. Do you want a treat, baby boy? I wonder, Ark, is there anything I can do to help prep or give you any information prior to you hopping in? Yeah. Maybe we do some peanut butter. He's acting really antsy. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Do you want some peanut butter? Some peanut butter? Here, bud. Whee! It's kind of a dirty Kong. It's actually very dirty. It's basically just like starches from the peanut butter. Change. We'll leave Kaito Cam on while he's just chilling with his Kong. Deal? Hey, bud. Can you lay down? Lay down. I don't know if he'll want to lay down. Sometimes he likes to stand with it. Can you send me some stuff, some useful stuff for starting out? That'd be sick. Yeah. Okay, let's talk over some stuff. We'll go from the top and then we'll work our way down. The wiki is going to be your best friend. We'll go ahead and put ourselves in the Tarkov directory. You're downloading now? Okay. The wiki is gonna be your best friend. I'm gonna go ahead and open Tarkov here. There's a couple reasons why. The wiki is really good for a lot of information. If you're ever curious on what an item is, where to find it, what it does, the wiki will usually have that information. Additionally, it will have quite a few maps that are really helpful. So let's see here. Well, I'd say that, but there's also other ways to do it. I would usually just go to Ground Zero map is what I would look up, and there's lots of different options. You can go to images. You can just find something that works for you visually that'll make sense because there's no map in game, right? You can't just push M and pull up a map. So you have to actually like pull it up here. Now, alongside that, this is probably one of the biggest like frustrations I think for a lot of new players is that you have to you kind of just have to go off of landmarks to determine where you're at. It's very, very, very easy to get lost. Very, very easy to get lost. But that's okay. A lot of the time when I go into a raid, I'll like have the map up on my other monitor so I can see where to go. That's very, very helpful. It's going to show you. There's also some other interactive maps that I really like. Like let's do this is a good one. Interchange has a good interactive map. Is it this one? No. Pretty good with traversing in games with through landmarks. Yeah, that's a lot of this. You'll do a lot of that. Kaito's so goofy when he does peanut butter. He always like licks his front legs. Like he gets the peanut butter on his tongue and like I don't know if he's just like getting it off of his tongue or what he's doing, but he's so goofy about it. So such a derpy dog. Interchange is like a mall, right? I'll go into an offline raid too, and I can show you. Sometimes I just go to the mapgenie.io and pull up the maps here because it's kind of nice, and you can just straight up just There's a lot of things we can filter out. But the best things to have on are probably extractions. Additionally, it'll show the requirements for it. Like this one. Always open, single use, no. Requirements, a scav and PMC must extract together. This is co-op extract is what people call it. Co-op extract. Requires both a scav and PMC to go through. Hole in the fence. This is a unique one as well. Always open, single use, no. You must remove your backpack. No backpack. Emercom. This one is almost always used on interchange. Always open, single use, no requirements, right? Power station. Max 4 players. 5,000 rubles per player. The black SUV must be present for extraction. So there's like some conditions on some of these. This is really nice because when you're like going through and like, let's say you spawn like here or something, right? There are spawns over here. Actually, usually they're back here. I guess we look at spawn points. There's like a PMC spawn here. A lot, your first times on a lot of these maps, you'll be like, I have no idea where I'm at. And your first thing is going to be like, find landmark, locate yourself in conjunction with landmark. So you spawn here, you probably have a general idea where you're at. You can kind of see like the corner of the building. You might go up to the front of the building and then determine, okay, this is the front entrance. There's this parking lot here. Okay, if I go through the front entrance, then like there's the food store at the back or whatever. Interchange is actually a very easy map to learn. Ground Zero is not bad either. What else is really helpful at first? Some of it is just you have to get in. Keybinds might be helpful. I use some keybinds that can sometimes be helpful, I feel like. Let's launch. Let's get in there, and then I'll do an offline raid, and then maybe like show you some stuff. It's either that or we like hop on to League for a little bit. We'll go to Ground Zero though. Oh, I can talk through some like meds and stuff too, Ark, if you want. Meds are important. Dude, Kanto's such a good boy. Excuse? I just launched on the wrong monitor. Hello? When I tried to mount my my mount earlier today and unplugged my monitor, I think I fucked everything up. Been setting up my account and buying it. Okay. Cool. Yeah. No worries. Take your time. I'm gonna hop into an offline raid and show you some stuff. That was strange. I think there's some settings that you might want to turn on and off. We can go through that a little bit. Let's fucking go! Wait. It's not Kaito Kim. We did it. We're in there. Fixed it. What are you doing, bud? Swallowed by the womb of death. Did I do stuff in post effects? Oh, I leave that off, I guess. Sound, this is pretty pretty subjective. Some controls that I feel like are important that I like. I don't have traditional controls. Oh, that's right. I also don't have, and change my mouse profile. Yep. I put my leans on these two. There are a lot of keybinds that can be helpful. I can help you out with that as time goes on, but when I make this, did I make this? Wait, what did I? Oh, alt. Man. Dude, yeah. It goes so hard. They go so hard. Actually, I'll bring best case. We'll just like load in on this, and I don't have to do anything crazy, but we'll just do an offline raid. We'll wear that. That's fine. That. Oh, nice. I have one of the mags in there. Wait, is it? What are my controls? I don't remember. There we go. Control. It says more than 1 hour. That's fine. That'll work. Do I have more of these mags? Flip. Filter by item. Oh, whoops. I hit no. It's fine. I shouldn't need more than this. This is like here. Grab some extra ammo just in case. I'll just like go to ground zero on an offline raid, and that'll be fine. I'll talk about meds after though. Well, I can talk about it right now. Your basic meds end up being like, you need something that will generally heal you. IFAKs, car first aid kits, Salewas. I have a grizzly on me. AFAKs also work. They're black and they look like this. Hey, sleep well, Alex. Yeah, these guys are nuts. These guys are really wild. You'll need something for light bleeds. When you inspect it, it'll say stops light bleed. bandages. Army bandages are good. They have 2 usages. You have, these are heavy bleeds. Calox. These have, I think, 3 usages. Can't remember now. Hey, sleep well, Arbok. Take it easy, man. Thank you for lurking, man. Splints are good to have in case you do fracture something, but these have like 5 uses, the aluminum splints. You can also grab one of these. It kind of just depends on... I don't always bring these. It's kind of optional. But... yeah, hell yeah, dude. Sounds good. I don't know what we have planned. I don't really know what I have planned for anything right now. Aspects are also for heavy bleeds, but they take up 1 slot, and they're only one-time use. I think PK also has he has cats. These are like the way to go for heavy bleeds. It's a tourniquet. No plans, the best plans. Go with the flow. It's kind of all I'm doing right now. I don't really. I'm just like actually just meandering right now. I have no idea. So like your basic checklist when it comes to heals are light bleed, heavy bleed, general meds, and ideally it might be kind of hard at first, but at some point you'll need these regularly. CMSs, something to put your limbs back on. So it's a surgical kit. Just call them CMSs or Serv 12s or whatever. These are really good. So if you have a blacked limb, if one of your bodily regions reach 0 and it becomes blacked, you have to use this first before you can heal it. What I'll do sometimes is I have both these at 5. One's on press, one's on release in my keybinds, which you can do in here. So I have slot 5, press, slot 5, or slot 4's release on 5. And I'll do heavy and light bleeds that way. I'll put like something like for a light bleed here, so like a bandage, and then like a cat for a heavy bleed here. So I can just push 5 and it'll fix all my bleeds, theoretically. Assuming I don't have multiple bleeds, but it should. If I have a light bleed and a heavy bleed, then I'll fix both. Oh, fuck. And then